If you've not already been introduced to 𝐷 as a brand, that's our job today. Paul and I are going to take you on a tour around this facility and show off all of the machines they have and tell you about their deals of buy now, pay nothing until 2023.
Some deals as well. This is the showroom area. This is where machines are kept in stock. Popular brands such as 𝐷𝐤, Dali, HNK, Vision-Wide,
𝐸,
SFM, you know, a whole myriad of machines that are available here, as you'll see. Let's go around and have a look at, they're literally stacked next to each other, one after the other, and it's not because they're not moving them either. 𝐷 last year, and coming into this year, have had one of the best years in the company's history. They'll put that down to a few things. The brands and machines that they sell. You know, let's talk about 𝐷𝐤 here. This company will make, you know, over 1,000 machines a year, the largest privately owned machine tool builder in Korea. Now, this company doesn't just provide machine tools, it provides, you know, full line solutions, robotics and everything. They can really provide a complete manufacturing solution. And these machines, well, this is just one.
Come and have a
turning
look.
centre, you're talking, you know, kind of a metre between centres, right the way up to 4 or 5 metres. I mean,
5 metres, I think it is.
The size of the machines, which we'll see towards the end of this video, you know, go much beyond what you can see here. But it's not just turning centres that 𝐷𝐤 do.
You know, another thing as well, sorry Paul, is the options that you have, you know, the different bed lengths, the driven tooling, everything. Okay, now we're talking about a vertical.
So this is vertical machining centre. I mean, a lot of people don't know that 𝐷𝐤 do vertical machining centres. You know, they're not just about turning centres. This is the Vesta 1000. This is a 12K machine. This has some really interesting, neat features on it. In fact, one of them is a tool changer that has different speeds. So depending on the production that you're doing, depending on how quickly you need to change tools, the amount of tools you're using, you can actually alter that in the program as well. And this has got a beautiful FANUC I-Series control,
and they're staying up to
touchscreen
date.
system, staying up to date with technology. And we'll talk about some of the deals that are available on these machines as we move around. So everything from straight 2-axis turning, 8, 6, even 6-inch chucks, small machines, 40mm bar capacity. Here's a 𝐷𝐤 200B. This is a small machine, one of their most popular. You know,
little note to add as well, you might see B and BL, and it's all to do with the bed length, and a longer bed length,
and the
smaller
bar capacity.
bed length.
There's lots of different versions of each particular model, but this is a perfect subcontractor's machine. Every job shop needs a turning centre. The majority of users use FANUC controls, so all of those really lend themselves to, you know, machine shops.
Buy now, pay nothing until 2023. Now, there's a big advantage to that because a lot of these machines, well, all the machines, they are owned. So actually, it's quite interesting. You won't need to pay anything, and you can have this machine, this machine, this machine, this machine on your shop floor. You can even twirl like that. And you're cutting metal, you're invoicing for contracts before you've even paid for anything.
Absolutely, and here's a Dali MCV 860. There's 3 of these they've just bought in for stock as well.
Yep.
Again, I mentioned the small turning centre. This is a small machining centre, perfect for every machine shop. Look at the Z height that you've got on this machine. They call this the gap. I mean, that is huge. If you were to add a 4th axis
daylight?
onto this, the daylight zone, if you added a 4th axis, you've still got plenty of scope for quite sizable parts. Again, FANUC control system. Like this, never seen this before. Tool monitoring and on the actual control here, so you can see what tools in cut, what tools in which position in the carousel, giving you full control over your machining.
And there's growth on and within every brand. You know, as Paul said, you've got a standard vertical 3-axis. You go on to a full simultaneous 5-axis machine.
Sorry to cut across you, but you look at. This is a 5-axis machine here from Dali, and one of the strengths that 𝐷𝐤 talk about is the fact that they will supply, obviously, the top quality brands, but they want to supply more than one machine to a user. And to do that, you need to have a lot of different versions and variations of machines.
Of that machine.
Because somebody might want a small machining centre up to a huge 2-3 metre bed machining centre. Dali can do that with both 3-axis, 5-axis, 4-axis, horizontal machining centres, so you don't have to change your supplier or your brand, even if your needs change dramatically.
Interoperability, I've heard that before, we quite like that.
And it's the same with 𝐷𝐤 as well. Look here, we've got, you know, a machine, a box guideway machine with a large turning length. I'm not going to begin to guess what that is, probably 2 metres maybe, might even be 3. Not that sure on that, but it does show and illustrate the size of the machines that you can go to.
Second-hand machines as well. They're working a lot on taking back second-hand machines, so you don't have to put a deposit down as well.
Well, would you believe, and if the camera goes this way, would you
It looks
believe
new.
that this is actually a used machine?
Yeah.
Now, one of the points we need to put across on this video as well is the fact that if you're buying a new machine, you mentioned buy now, pay 2023, which is great, but you still got to maybe raise a deposit. Well, actually, no, because Ward High Tech will take in your used machine as part exchange for your deposit, so you haven't got any upfront costs. You can upgrade your technology, and not just upgrade your technology, but you don't have to pay anything until 2023. And if it's not a small machine you want...
Oh, you ruined my little lead in there. I was getting all excited, little and large. And look, this is the Vision Wide. Now, this is quite interesting. There's something quite spectacular about this machine because actually, in fact, another one as well, the 850, it's the size of these machines that they have available from stock. You don't have to wait 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. This is available for you to get, and they specialise in turnkey packages. So for the installation, your operations, your ongoing maintenance, that's what Ward High Tech will do. They'll hold your hand throughout the whole process.
Yeah, absolutely. And this there's not many places you can go where, as you correctly said, you can find a machine like this ready to be on your shop floor within a matter of days.
Yes.
But not only on your shop floor within a matter of days, there's no impact on your cash flow, and that's the biggest aspect here as well. It's not just the machines we've picked out and the quality and the variations of the brands, it's also the different styles of machines. I mean, this double column machine, it's huge. You know, just think of the... it's not just about large parts either, because what you can do is put a family of parts on here. You can turn this into a machining cell almost. And the fact that you've got a double column construction on this gives you plenty of rigidity when you're machining. And also this this head that you've got here, that also has head changing options. So you could go from the head that you see here in its sort of vertical state to a head that will machine horizontally as well. So you can do side faces of parts. So you imagine when you've got a small machine, you're taking a part from one machine to another. It's a pain, but it's not as much of a pain as if you've got a part that's on here and you need to move it off here to put it on another machine to machine the sides. Yeah. And you can either have roof on, roof off.
Roof on, like a sunroof.
Roof off.
So
yeah.
roof off when the sun's shining. Just so you know as well, fill you in, it wasn't long ago I saw a machine like this sitting here, and I just said to Richard, I said, wasn't that here the last time we went? No, shifted that one. And this is a new one.
I was here to see that last one before it got shipped out the door. They did a turnkey on it. Huge chuck, huge, burying bars in there. But this has got a Y-axis on it. And this has also got a driven tool turret. It's got a tailstock. You could have a fixed steady skyway. It's a YMC. And the point I made on that machine about having large parts and moving them from machine to machine is a logistical nightmare. It's complicated. It's cumbersome.
It's not cost effective.
It would be the same with this. If you've got a Y-axis on this machine, it means you might not have to take that shaft off and put it onto a machine to do the milling. You can do everything in one operation.
3.2 metres, they go up to 5 metres in this machine as well. So it just shows off the capabilities and the sizes of the machines.
Absolutely.
See, I'm teaching you stuff sometimes.
Always learning.
There we go. So, right, I want to ask you, Paul, then, the advantages from buying from Ward High Tech, what are they?
I think what I've learnt here today, equally like you have talking to Richard and some of the guys, is that we get into the mindset of engineers, and we know how difficult businesses are to run. Even in, with things changing at the moment, the cost of living isn't just living; it's in machine shops as well. How do you become more economical? How do you preserve cash flow? How do you do all those things that allow you to grow your business, maintain your customers, keep your employees? And schemes like they're offering here, where you can have machines on the deck, allow you to upgrade older inventory, revert to new technology, make parts faster, make them more reliably. But probably more than that is, how nice is it to have a machine shop with new modern kitting that you don't really have to part with any money for until you've actually made money on it.
It's brilliant. It's a win-win from everyone's perspective. Ward High Tech, what a facility, and they have a lot of stock, ever changing. So do contact them for whatever machine you're after, because after today, we've seen they probably do have it in stock or en route.
Absolutely.